NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Both teams hope to get one over their in-state rival as the Spurs come into Houston. They came out on top in their last match on Wednesday.
I was really impressed with their passion to win. I mean, it's one thing to talk about winning. It's a whole nother thing to display the passion necessary to win. It kind of came out of nowhere. Nobody saw it coming, and they just stormed back in that third.
Yeah, not sure what got into them, but all of a sudden it's like they flipped the switch in that quarter. Boy, that was crazy.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with Duncan. And it's Parker in the point guard position.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Parker double-teamed. Stolen by Beverly. And the basket by Harden.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide-open three.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Aldridge. Green inside the three-point line. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. The Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Harden kicks to Beasley. That three off the mark.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
Hits the front of the rim and out.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Aldridge with his screen on Beverly. Parker dishes to Aldridge. And the shot is good.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Beverly the pass to Howard. Here's Harden. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Parker against Beverly. Here's Howard. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Shooting for Houston.
Well, the Spurs just don't go on losing streaks very often, Greg. One perk of being a talented veteran group.
Yeah, how about the Spurs lost 4 games in a row twice last year. Over the last decade before that, Kevin, they had only lost 4 games in a row twice. Unbelievable.
And the Rockets making a change here. Jones is checked in. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Kevin Martin is checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Parker.
And you look at the Spurs and how they avoid losing streaks. I mean, most teams losing 4 in a row wouldn't be such a big deal. It's only a big deal for the Spurs because they're so consistent year in and year out.
And he gets it to go.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And now Jones running the floor all by himself. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in, and it's Brewer in for Trevor Ariza.
And guys, for the Spurs, a big reason they rarely go on losing streaks is that they have no bad matchups. One of only 3 teams in the NBA last year to defeat every other NBA team. Winning for this group is just second nature.
Now, here's Brewer. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Jones, no luck.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
West kicks to Anderson. Diaw dishes to Anderson. And the shot is good. Martin's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Al Harden. He's got 8. Good if it goes. And that's not going to go. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Rockets lead by 2. And we'll be back right after this. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive, guys, on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Duncan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Green in a small forward.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
To the left side wing. McDaniels kicks to Beverly. The shot will not go. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And it's Duncan penetrating. It's stolen by Ariza. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Terrence Jones.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course went on to win it.
Exactly. They were the aggressors. They played a grinded-out, gritty style that they'd be wise to emulate tonight.
Kicks it to Green. Aldridge. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
The Spurs making a switch here. Leonard's checked in.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
They now take the lead. And the Spurs lead by 2. As Greg was just talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Howard. Here's Ariza. Here's Beasley. Kicks it out to Ariza. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Ginobili's got 5.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few. That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And all that hard work on the boards needs to continue because that potentially may swing the game.
Pass to Aldridge. Back to Ginobili. Aldridge a screen. Ginobili attacking. And it's Aldridge missing. Houston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And that one is good by Beasley. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Aldridge, good. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Parker with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs. Leonard with the ball. Duncan can't hit. Houston's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Beasley gets to Ariza. Drops in the tray. Ariza's got 12 points in the game.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. West is checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Martin's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Parker. And Brewer kicks to Jones. He feeds it to Brewer.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
It's Terry outside. And no good trying to get that one. And the first half. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Without question, Trevor Ariza displaying his skills today.
You just can't shoot the triple any better than he did in that first half. That was incredible.
And here in the second, Greg, he's got to just keep taking them and making them. And if that's the case, no reason for him to stop.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Without question, Trevor Ariza displaying his skills today.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Trevor Ariza out there with Beasley. And it's Howard in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Leonard, the pass to Aldridge. Parker kicks to Duncan. Beasley with the steal. Here's Harden. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor. Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Pass to Parker. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Rockets running again. Ariza with it. Leonard picks him up. Back to Beverly. For the three. San Antonio with the rebound. It's Parker outside. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Houston leading by 6. It's Harden with the drive. And Beverly kicks to Harden. It's stolen by Green. Here's Leonard. Rips down the breakaway slam.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
It's stolen by Green. Parker kicks to Duncan. Spurs passing it around. Parker outside. The feed to Leonard. Duncan with the screen for Leonard. Duncan high post. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Now just a 2-point Rocket lead. Passes to Howard. Feeds it to Beasley. Back to Howard. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Over the last 10 games, as we look at the Rockets, this is how they compare to the rest of the league. Second in fast break points. 5th in steals. And they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
And you mentioned their ability to score in transition. This is a team that loves to get out and run. And one of the things I like, they move the ball up court with the pass as much or more than anybody in the league.
Houston making some changes. Capella's checked in, and Jones subbed in for Michael Beasley. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. West is checked in for Duncan. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Martin's checked in for Leonard. And it's Mills in for Parker. Tries a three off the inbound. Kevin Martin grabs the board. Spurs have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Up top, Mills. It's West with the drive. To tie. The shot is off. The Rockets go the other way with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard. Makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you. An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
And it's Capella missing. Spurs have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. That ties the game.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. McDaniels comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Diaz checked in. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. Here's West. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Houston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Here's Mills. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And West now, top of the key. In the corner, it's Martin. It's Anderson with the drive. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Martin for three. Now here's Harden. He's got 14. And it is good at the... And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Rockets lead by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Spurs trail by 4. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs, the timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Aldridge out there with Green, and it's Diaw in the pivot spot, manning the middle. Ginobili with the steal. Here's Parker. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for San Antonio.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Tries from 10. Again, the miss by Harden.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
And the shot is good.
Just a great, great battle these two teams are waging here today.
Boy, it sure is, and I'm getting the sense that this game could end up being decided by just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
Now here's Ginobili. Diaw, the screen. Ginobili kicks to Diaw, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
And you know what, just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Duncan comes in for Boris Diaw. And it's Leonard in for Manu Ginobili. It's Harden with the drive. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Green dishes to Aldridge. Drills the baseline jumper. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Rockets trail by 6. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And Howard with the stuff.
And check out the bounce.
Bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
That doesn't go either for Green.
Oh, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Ariza.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
Leonard attacking. Soft touch off the glass. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot. I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
And stolen by Ariza. Ahead. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Houston making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Walker's checked in for San Antonio. It's Harden with the drive. And it's good.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Jones. It's tipped. Aldridge, the pass to Parker. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Beasley. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Leonard, no luck.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
They get it back. Now the dish to Harden.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
And the dunk by Aldridge. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Harden against Green. And stolen by Aldridge. Fires the 3. No good from 3-point territory. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're behind by 4. 5 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And I'm sure the coach is telling them it ain't over till it's over. Yeah, but I don't know.
Well, it's not looking good for him. We both can agree to that, can't we? I mean, it's got to be a quick bucket, a quick foul, and see what happens after that.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to
waist and they knocking. Whole club and they rocking. In them buckets.